Don't act like you're not impressed. Well, good morning everybody. Welcome back to the third full day, or final day I should say. The third it's the last it's the last full day of the survival trip. Clearly we're a little loopy. And here's Nick.
Yo! Now go away, I'm sleeping.
It was a little chilly last night. As you can see, we kind of added our survival blankets or emergency blankets or whatever you want to call them inside to keep us warm, and yeah, it was okay. There wasn't really any wind, but it got down to 19 degrees or so. I think the low was supposed to be, but wasn't too bad. Found a little piece of scrap metal that we use as a little reflecting wall at least, and now we're just trying to kick back the fire. Kick it back up. I can't talk. It's too early. It's probably not early. I don't know. But at least we got to, get through the night and get to kind of relax a little bit this morning and wake up slow, which is always good. And yeah, one thing I will notice or will note, I really can't talk, can I, guys? One thing that I will note is that last night we were kind of talking about how quiet the actual forest is. It's too early in the spring for bugs and everything like that, so you don't have that background buzzing of the bugs. And so, I mean, for the most part, there really hasn't been many animals around us either, so it's been almost eerily quiet. It's been very, very quiet. And as you saw yesterday, last night rather, we had that little bit of a scare with the ruffling of the leaves, but all turned out well. So just kind of waking up here. We're gonna get the fire going again, which is slowly getting there, and we're gonna have to boil some water today. Got probably about 4 more cups of it just to make some tea and whatnot yesterday, but got to do a lot today to make sure we have enough for our meals and get a little bit for morning coffee. So I want to take you guys along for the adventure. Alright, and I just wanted to show you guys, this is kind of what we were dealing with here, or where our spot is. There's, right there, you can see the flowage. There's a little bit of a hill, and then there's a little bit of a valley right here. And that's where we're propped up. And that's really nice because, so far, it's treated us really well, and it's done pretty well for blocking wind. It's really nice because, like I said, there's that big flowage right there, so we have plenty of water, and there's this little creek, which I think I'm actually going the wrong way. I think I'm going the wrong way. It's weird. I guess mentally I'm not as sharp on the third day. I don't know if it's just food or whatever it is, but not necessarily the brightest tool in the shed at the moment. But anyways, we're off of kind of an old trail, I guess. In this forest, it is used for logging, and there's a lot of logging trails and whatnot kind of going through here. But anyways, I was going the wrong way. But so far so good. Like I said, this is going to be our third and final full day, and then we're going to be heading out for a full 72 hours. What the hell is that? I was thinking to myself, oh, I'm not going to need my knife this early in the morning. Maybe that was a bad idea. We'll see. You know, it's interesting too. A lot of people ask us why we do this kind of shit, stuff. You know, they're like, why would you want to go out? It's cold out. It's, you know, why would you not bring a tent? Why wouldn't you bring this and that? And you know, sometimes I just stop and tell them, well, it's fun. But I mean, the real reason is it's kind of nice to separate yourself from everything else. You know, you have all this beautiful nature. You know, it gives you time to kind of appreciate everything in life, and you know, it is fun, don't get me wrong. But anyways, like I said, I'll just sit and chat, I guess, because I'm not going anywhere, let's face it. I'm just gonna take in the view. Yeah, you know, I mean, the best reason I can come up with is it does make you appreciate everything in life, and I mean, it's pretty intimate with nature. I know everybody's not really into that, but I'm assuming you are at least a little bit if you're watching this, or you just want to see what kind of stupid shenanigans we get into out in the middle of a forest. But you know, it's very relaxing, I think, personally. I think this is actually the most relaxed I've felt the entire trip. You know, the first time it's, are we going to find water? Are we going to find a good place to camp? That's, you know, are we going to have enough to build shelter? You know, all that kind of stuff is a little bit stressful, but once you get everything set up like we have now, and you've, you know, had a free day to kind of explore around, get familiar with the area. You know, we went hiking all around here yesterday. Showed you guys a little bit of that, but you know, it's, I don't know, it's kind of, it's really nice to be able to be out here and be this relaxed, and I mean, that's a huge part of it. And the best I can say is try it for yourself. You know, if you're into the outdoors at all, or if you find it fun to go out here, try and do it without the tents, without all the fun fancy things. I mean, it's a good tool set to have. I mean, we always tag on a little bit of a scenario, just to keep it, I guess, a little bit more relevant to the survival aspect of things. But I mean, I think what it really boils down to is enjoying nature, and you know, being in touch with the simple things, and it's kind of humbling, actually, in an odd way. But anyways, I'm gonna stop my rambling on here. I found my creek. We'll get some water and we'll check in with you later. Going through the forest, tripping over logs. Going through the forest, tripping over logs. Going through the forest, tripping over logs. Ah! We made it. All right. We got it. Let's get some water. I think I'm gonna need 2 hands for this. And maybe a little more. And there we are. We got some water. Now we just got to boil it, and it's good to go.
So I don't know how he got like that. I just looked over and he had wood. I think he talked to you already some this morning while he was getting water.
It probably wasn't very good.
But we're in day 3. And we made our crappy instant coffee. Mine's down there. That guy's drinking his. And we slept in pretty late today, so we're boiling water now to make ourselves some lunches. It's getting into about 1 o'clock or so. And we were just doing a little talking about, you know, we both feel a little mentally slow. We're both sore, definitely tired. The lack of food and the lack of the fighting for warmth all the time is definitely starting to take a bit of a toll. But overall, we're doing well. Overall, it's pretty relaxed. Just definitely feeling the effects. Definitely not as quick today as we were yesterday. But it's nice out. It's in the 40s. Not direct sunlight, a little hazy, but yeah, the wind's calm. We're happy. There's still some Gatorade left. Been rationing that. He's laying on a hillside of piss. That's important.
No shits are given. I would say the other word, but that's not vlog appropriate. So don't say fuck, kids.
Yeah, fuck it. I don't know what else I could show you. You've probably seen the shelter a few times, but there's one more shot. We got our stuff kind of piled around here. Another shot of the lake over there in the breakwater. This is the least exciting vlog ever, but this is how today is.
We're still waking up.
Yeah, we woke up, this guy woke up like 2-3 hours ago. I woke up like an hour and a half ago, and we're still waking up. Definitely the most daunting thing on our minds right now is actually the walk out tomorrow. I think that's the thing that's looming on both of our minds. Today is pretty much going to be collecting firewood, boiling water, getting ready for the night, and probably doing some pre-packing for tomorrow. But really, that's the big thing on the horizon. Today's just kind of, if this were real survival, this is kind of the muster up the energy to make a big move or make a push towards civilization. That's kind of what we're doing today. We definitely feel sore. We're definitely achy and in pain and feeling weak at points. So take it as easy as possible today to make that big, little over 4-mile hike in tomorrow. Mo floppy. So we're eating some lunch, and this Adam's watch just went off. It's 1 o'clock, which means we have exactly 24 more hours until we are quote unquote rescued, aka we walk back to our car. This guy seems pretty happy about it.
Mountain House, you want to sponsor us? Maybe send us some meals on our survival trips, and we can rate them for you. We would love it. A lot.
Also, product suggestion, KFC Famous Bowl Mountain House meal. You could partner with KFC. They could sponsor us too. And then we could get free food like a buffet set up in the woods when we got back. Just throwing that out there. But anyway, this is our party vlog. 24 more hours. Woohoo! Yay! Time's flying by real quick right now. So that's nice. We're eating. Then we got to get rid of the scraps from eating. And then we got to cut up some more firewood. Because pickings are getting slim. We don't have much more than that. All we've really done since we talked to you last was boil water for food.
Alright, so it's day 2 of the meals, or day 3 of their survival trip. This time, I have beef stroganoff with noodles. It looks like this, and it's delicious. Once again, I have to say, Mountain House knocked it out of the park. Has great flavor. You know, there's plenty of it in there, and I mean, good calories, good protein. The only thing that I noticed on this one as well as the other one is the sodium's a little high, but you know, at this point I don't care. So excellent. I would definitely recommend this one as well. It's tasty, it's filling, and I'm gonna keep eating it while Nick talks about his beef stew.
Yeah, so today, unfortunately we didn't have 4 different ones because last time we picked our Mountain House we got the same thing, and we weren't gonna like buy a whole bunch of new ones. But today I've got the beef stew. I don't know if that'll show or not. Same as Adam had yesterday. I didn't try it yesterday because I know I'd be eating it today, and my impressions kind of match Adam's. It's a little more bland than the chili, but not having it with like smelling the chili in the background, it doesn't seem as bland by comparison. Like just having it straight up out of the get-go, it seems definitely flavorful enough, and I'm enjoying it. It's almost gone. You can see it. Probably. Nope, I'm not hitting it. There it is. It's almost gone. Again, Mountain House. Like Adam said it earlier, knocks it out of the park. Good stuff. We've been sitting around talking about this, saying that even this is something, if we weren't out here doing survival where we were just boiling water, didn't have, even when you're in a spot where you only have access to enough supplies to actually only be able to do something like this, even if you were at a campground taking a longer trip with a family or whatever else, I would still bring these. Even if I have boiled fresh water right there, and I have even other possibilities, because they're so convenient, they're so easy to make, and they're just darn good. Like, at the end of the day, they're fantastic products. So, sponsor us, yo. But for real, good stuff. You should check them out. Go get some. Bring them on your next camping trip. The season is coming upon us. And let us know what you think in the comments, or video comments, or things like that, because we want to hear what other people think about them too. Yeah. What do I do now? What do I do with my hands, guys? What do I do with my eyes? I don't know. Oh, he's got a question. Oh, that's no.
Have
That's,
you liked the video? Did you subscribe? You should do that. Shameless plug.
Hey, so we're back at our favorite babbling brook, and I'm sitting on my favorite rock, and Adam's cleaning out the silverware, and we're picking up some more water for boiling off to get us through the last night here. Kind of giving you a little more routine shots, more doing some of the stuff we did yesterday, kind of the coasting. You know, we're out here for 72 hours, so when it's all said and done with the stuff we do initially and the stuff we do at the end, we probably are going to have, when it's all said and done, about 60 hours or so that we spent doing this routine maintenance, you know, exist and be healthy sorts of stuff. So we're getting as much of that as we can to you routine-wise. This is day 3's worth. We probably won't do a whole lot of it tomorrow because we're thinking it's going to take quite a while to walk out. As we're walking around, both of our legs are quite tired and our packs are going to feel real heavy tomorrow. So we'll be getting up pretty early and won't be doing a whole lot of meal stuff or water stuff. Probably just get a little bit of hydration in us for the trail and off we go. But
in case you guys were curious, this is like near freezing water. That's very cold. It's actually a little refreshing, oddly enough.
yeah, it's all coming off the frozen lake right now, which has kind of been doing a freeze and thaw cycle. The area by our camp when we got there was frozen, or was open, because the day we walked in was rather warm. Yesterday it was a little frozen, and today I'd say the areas that were open probably have almost half an inch of ice on them, and the places in the middle that were slushy kind of still have that slushy-ish quality underneath, but everything in between's frozen. I bet some of that's probably almost 2 inches deep. But it hasn't clogged up our stream. We haven't had any ice dam or anything like that, so our babbling brook babbles away, and that's refreshing, filling up the water bladder now.
Yeah, I forget if I mentioned this before to you guys too. You know, I've seen mixed things about this, and this just happens to be something I picked up. It was like a free, like, promotional thing. One of those flat plastic, you know, packable water bottles. As far as a survival tool, this is the first trip that we've been out long enough where we need to gather, you know, more and more water. It's really nice because, you know, to be honest, I wish I had a couple of these because you could keep them in your pack. They take up no space. You can take them out, collect water, and then you have extras to boil and boil and boil. So definitely recommend it. They're probably very cheap, or you pick them up at, you know, wherever. I got this at like a conference or something, but highly recommend it.
One little additional update as I was trying to hold the camera there. Definitely starting to feel the effects of some of the nutrient deficiencies based on the meals we've had. I've been starting to get muscle twitches, which is usually a pretty good sign of potassium deficiency. I know because I was trying to hold the camera and one of the muscles in the back of my shoulder was just spasming the crap out. We're starting to get to that. We're not going to be out here long enough to get to the major, you know, late stage effects of it, but just something as a little life update. And now for this little chunk of footage, I'm going to leave you with a tiny tree. Now that right there, that's a tiny tree.
As you just saw, we are past the 2-day mark, 48-hour mark, and we have less than 24 hours to go till we effect self-rescue by walking back to the car. So yeah, just finished up lunch, as you just saw, and you know, just a little paranoid still. Not really. Just walking back to our trash dump site for our bags of food, just like you saw in the last video or yesterday's video. Obviously, we're not just going to ditch it in the woods, we're going to come back and get it. The main reason why I'm telling you all this is A, just to keep you guys updated with us, and B, I'm curious to see if it's still there or not, or if something found it in the night, ripped it to shreds, or carried it off into the darkness. So we're just coming around the bend here, and it should be right around this corner. I don't know if it's still standing, but I also put a branch stuck in the middle of the trail, kind of signal where it is. As you can see, lo and behold, my branch is still here, which is awesome. It's a nice marker, and all we do is hit the branch, go, hey, this is our branch, and then there hanging in the tree, it's still our bag. Just as before, either Nick or I are gonna climb the tree, and then we'll dump the trash, and then we'll be back in camp for more adventures. All right, so as you guys can see, there's actually some busted up branches here. These two branches were not actually broken when we were doing this before. That is fresh from last night. So this, I mean, perfectly illustrates why you want to do this to your food scraps. You know, this isn't even real food, it's just the scent of food. But just, I mean, like I said, just judging off of that, something smelled it and something was trying to get it. So perfect example of why you don't leave your food near your camp in the middle of the woods. There we go. Nice little butt shot there.
Yeah. Gotta keep this PG.
Alright, so like we said before, you want it, I mean, at least roughly 10 feet off the ground. And like he's doing, he's just tying it on, and he's going to move it out like it was before, just off of the branch, preferably something that's not going to hold the weight of anything. So yeah, I think it'll be pretty good up there. I mean, clearly it lasted throughout the night, but again, something tried to get at it. But I mean, like I said, that's how we do it. That's how you do it. And it's, I mean, it's obviously a good tip for you guys too. If you're camping out in the middle of the woods, try and collect any food scraps, garbage, anything that can give off a scent of food. Put it in a bag and put it up in a tree. So yeah, tips by IGTV Survival. Alright, so as you can see, Nick is grabbing some firewood, and I'm going to spin this around because I don't have my usual handle on it. And I'm grabbing some as well. Obviously I can't grab too much and go at the same time, but since we figured we're out here this is hard to do with one hand, that's what she said. Since we're out by our spot and we haven't grabbed any of the dead stuff, there's a huge amount of it, so we're just gathering some firewood on the way back. I mean, obviously you want to conserve as much energy as possible, so if you can grab it on the way back, perfect. So I'm going to continue doing that and stop slacking, because Nick is clearly pulling his weight.
Oh.
We'll see you later. What's up? So it's currently about 5 o'clock. Just got done cutting some wood for tonight. It was kind of interesting because after we ate, you know, we felt pretty good, and then we were going, and all of a sudden both of us just kind of just crashed, you know. Started to feel a little lightheaded, you know, we can tell we're dehydrated. You know, luckily I'm just wiping chapstick off my lips. My lips are really chapped and they're cracking. But anyways, you know, it's interesting because I thought we were doing good, but you know, I can tell for sure we're not doing as good as we think we are. Interesting wind sound. The woods are still really quiet. It's interesting as well because it just seems like we're entirely alone. This morning I tried to film some woodpeckers. There's about 4 or 5 of them that were flying around in the trees. Sorry, my camera kind of cut out there, so I got to make this short. So the rest of the night I think we're just going to kind of take it easy. We do have a couple of Cliff Bars left, which we got to kind of ration before the hike tomorrow, and then just relax and get some sleep for the hike out. So we'll see you later.
Hey guys, okay, this is a little bit of an emergency check-in. We just did some wood cutting, which you probably just saw footage of. I went to use the bathroom away from camp and came across a loud crashing through the forest right as I turned the corner over the dam that we're walking across here, and found several trees that were torn up. It looks like bear claws that tore into them. We're coming to take a closer look. We'll keep you posted. We're gonna take a look at how severe this is and discuss some options, but the probability of us spending the tonight at this camp specifically had just dropped pretty significantly, so we'll let you know in a few moments. and give you some footage when we get there.
Alright guys, so what we're looking at here, mainly I'm vlogging now on Nick's camera because he has a shotgun here, but this kind of stuff right here, you know, like on the bottom you can see all the wood shavings aren't blown over, you know, they're all sitting there, and we didn't see this morning at all. You can see the tree. So what we're looking at here, like Nick just said, is a possibility of a pretty ambitious bear, because we were cutting stuff pretty close down the trail, and this is all new. You know, like Nick was saying too, we were kind of talking about it. You know, if a bear is this ambitious and this aggressive, this hungry, it's probably going to be looking for some food tonight or later this evening, including where we're at. So, kind of dancing around the reality is that it might come attack us if it's that desperate. You know, obviously bears and most animals in general are terrified of humans, terrified of the noises, all the lights, the fire and everything. But what we don't want is to even chance it. You know, this might very quickly turn into a grab everything, throw it into our rucksacks, and we're gone today. So we're just going to take a peek down the trail a little bit here further and see if we can't find any more evidence of animal activity in general. And we'll keep you posted, but we gotta kind of do this quick, so we'll check in with you in a little bit. All right, guys. So probably you can see both of our faces. This isn't our usual happy-go-lucky vlog or video, but we went back and got El Trashamundo because that is the responsible thing to do, and we are deciding we are ditching. We're going to try and find another spot that we can either tie this up and continue the survival trip. However, there is the very real thing that we are creating a scent trail right now, and we found at least 8 more trees that were freshly ripped up.
Probably closer to 12.
Yeah, at least 8, if not more, 12. You know, a lot. So, you know, we're not trying to be dramatic about this, and it's getting late already today, so this isn't just a you know, like a plot twist. It is, but not an intentional plot twist for sure. But you know, we ventured out a little bit, and you got to know the signs. You know what I mean? You don't want to piss off nature. So basically, what we're planning on doing is packing up everything really quick and heading back, whether that means all the way back to the car or just back to a different campsite. Still unclear on that part, but the reality of the situation is we're booking it the hell out of here. So it's been fun, and our presence has been very nice, and we've coexisted, but clearly these animals are either angry and or hungry, and we don't want to find out, nor do we want to greet them. So, that being said, I don't know how much we're going to be able to vlog. We're just getting back. Holy shit, that's really out of focus. Hopefully my face is in focus for this rant. If not, I'm sorry, but I don't have time to reshoot it. So we're going to pack up camp and get going. So, we'll check in with you later. Alright, so we just finished cleaning up the campsite. We have now dubbed this little stretch of land as Bear Alley. And we are GTFOing. Alright, so, here we go. I'm sorry if this cuts off because I know I'm running low on battery, but if any of us forgot anything, there it is. Go knock yourselves out. We're very depleted on energy already. We're trying to sustain that or supplement that with a Cliff Bar. It's already getting dark, so it's gonna be kind of a shit show, but like we were saying earlier, gotta do what you gotta do, you know? You can replace gear, can't replace your life. Told you I was gonna say it. So,
write it down, folks.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
We're in good spirits, but I mean, we're both really sore already. So, this truck's gonna suck shit. But, gotta do what you gotta do. So, we'll catch you on the hike a little later. You can't even see your face.
Seriously?
Yeah, very brief. Yeah, sort of.
Okay.
Like the shadow, whatever.
Well, whether you can see my face or not, this is probably the last check-in, full check-in we'll be able to give you. We're powering it out right now. We're not even a quarter of the way yet. And it's getting dark, so this is about all you're gonna see. We came across a lot more bear damage on the way out along the nearest trail, and bear prints on that trail that were really big. I've been hunting in the woods for years, and I've never seen prints in Wisconsin nearly as big as those. So we're either dealing with what was near us was either an abnormally large black bear, or the very abnormal chance in Wisconsin that every once in a while you'll come across a grizzly. Either way, we don't want to find out. Further on the walkout, we came across wolf tracks, which, if you're familiar with this area, timber wolves are indigenous, and that's also not something we want to mess with. So we're really trying to power ourselves out of here now, and we're armed and ready and just trying to make it. So
what a dramatic plot twist.
Yes. Yes, our somewhat controlled survival situation, well, the control aspect of it's totally been given up. So we are cutting it short, but this is unadulterated, not planned. What's gonna happen is gonna happen, and we hope the next time we see you, we'll be kicking back with some fried chicken and a beer, telling you about the rest of the walkout.
Yes, beer is essential.
So we'll see you over a Corona and some KFC. Peace out. You all are awesome.
Alright guys, so right now I can just hear myself echoing around the hills. I'm going to definitely keep this short. It's probably just a blur. Here's the map right here, proving that we are out and how dark it is.
I just want everyone to see how black this is. This is pointed up at the sky. There's nothing. We are in the car. We made it. That was miserable. That was terrifying and miserable, and it's kind of a bummer to be here before 72 hours, but you know, I don't have any second thoughts about the call, and the tracks we saw and some of the things we heard on the way out confirmed it completely. And you know, that last hour and a half or so was really true. You know, we didn't plan it, we weren't hoping for it, just true outright survival, and that was stressful. We're both beaten up pretty badly. What does this guy have to say?
I have to say
You should lean forward.
I have to say that maybe I'm in the light now. This is weird.
I don't know.
I don't know. If you can see me, maybe not. It's defeating. It's a little bit cut to the pride, but you know, like the last one, I don't know how this keeps happening. I really don't. It keeps it exciting, I guess. You know, it's always like, oh hey, everything's going fine, and then something gets thrown in the gears. Like last time, I will say, luckily we have like a car in the parking lot. You know, we're not trying to trek. You know, we trekked a solid at least 3 miles, if not more, just in the past. You know, I don't know how long it took us, but we booked it big time. But you know, we were hoping that we didn't kind of crumble with how tired we were anyways, which luckily the adrenaline kept us going, I think. But yeah, no, what an experience, that's for sure. That's for sure. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta, you can't fudge with Mother Nature too much, I guess. Back to Nick.
Yeah, and just kind of along the lines of what he said, you know, it's, I forget what he said. This was
stuff and things.
This, I guess the point I was gonna make is, you know, we really did, like, I'm bleeding in one place from this trek. It was, he was saying we covered about 3 to 4 miles in ridiculously quick time. We're about an hour after dark right now, and it got dark pretty quickly after we departed camp. We broke down as fast as we could, but we couldn't. So, we really, really hauled it, and, no stopping for nothing. We